Question. Do you, friend to friend, mano y mano, do you realize that this is your life? You realize that, right? Like, you realize as you look around, as you look down at your body and at the things that you have, like, this is your life. It is who you are. It's what you become. I ask you this question not to shame you or point fingers at you, but to get you to come back into the realization that your life is yours. Other people may have opinions. Other people may have insights. We might learn things, which we have to learn things. But in the grand scheme, everything is up to you. Think about this. This is when life started getting very, very mysterious and miraculous to me. Every choice has an equal and opposite reaction. So every choice we make, two things happen, not one. Two things. The choice is made to do something. The second thing is the absence of having made that choice. What is not going to happen because that choice was made? But most of the time, most of us are focused on what is going to happen if I make this choice. So every choice that we make, two things happen. What I'm getting in the habit of is being so present that every choice that I make is always leading me to progression. But how can I ensure that to myself? I make sure I can't change what is already, how do I say this? I can't change the reaction that the choice has in life. If I make a left turn, I can't change what's on that street that I just turned onto. If I made a left turn and now I'm stuck behind 30 cars and can't go anywhere, I can't go anywhere. So I can't change what is on that street. I can't change where I've put myself, and nor can you. But how do I ensure that by being present every moment, I have the opportunity to make the best choices that's going to lead me to the best path? Is because of something called knowingness. Knowingness that whatever choice I make is the right choice. That is a power. It's a strong power. It's a scary power. It's courageous. It takes a lot from you. It requires a lot of you. A lot of mental fortitude. The ability to be okay at the scheme in which things seem to be. Bring it here. Alex, let me see. That's you. There's a mirror back there, and she always finds it disturbing to see herself. I don't understand why, but maybe I do get it. Many of us find it disturbing to see ourselves in the mirror. Ooh, is that how I've been this whole time? Are you sure I said it that way? Yeah, I got the recording right here. I got the recording. You said it just like that. Excuse me. Thank you. You said it just like that. Right? Damn, did I really say it like that? Yeah, I did. Man, did I really come off like that? Yeah, you did. Is that really what I was thinking at the time? Yeah, it was. I get why she doesn't want to look in the mirror. It's human nature. She's a dog. That's why I said human nature. All right, girl. You're trying to get comfy in a not comfy spot. You're trying to get comfy in a non-comfy spot. What the hell was I talking about? Choices. Choices. Everything's a choice, man. Everything is a choice. It's actually a choice to get distracted. It's actually a choice to be lazy. It's actually a choice to say the wrong thing. Yep. Now, you might say a lot of these things happen automatically, Makaija. I can't control it. Sometimes I just get so angry, I cannot control it. Well, the choices we made in the past, when we did get angry and we lash out, we claw, we scream, we kick, we yell, all those choices just created a streamline, just a pattern to take you from anger to the reaction of anger. But that there's still the ability, there's a gap time for choice in there. So all the choices that you made are the things that cause you to get the anger lit up inside of you. All the reactions, right, on this hand are from when you're angry and you react. Well, between the emotion and the action, there's a gap of time. And that gap is what I'm encouraging you to challenge yourself to see. Challenge yourself to see that gap. Now, you don't have to act on it. You don't have to make a different choice between here and here. But this reaction, we can't blame the anger. And even further, behind the anger, we can't blame the person who made us angry or the situation that made us angry. We can't blame those things. It's what was our reaction? And now that was a choice we made. So a new cause and then another reaction, choice we make, cause, choice we make as the reaction, cause, choice we make. Everything in life is literally cause and effect. And that's why choices are so amazing. It's a power, it's your free will. And if you realize how small, like just me moving my hands is a choice. Had I kept my hands like this while speaking, you would have felt differently as I was saying things. Had I kept my entire posture just perfectly straight, didn't move a muscle, and all I did was talk like this, you'll have a different reaction of this video. And even what I'm doing, I'm actually containing my body from moving. Like it wants to move, it wants to act, the fingers want to move, the arms want to move. Even my foot, like the bottom of my foot just started twitching because I'm not moving it. And my body is used to being moved when it talks. So I'm choosing right now not to react the same way as I always do by not moving my body instead of moving my body. Is this making sense? Is this making any sense? Or am I just crazy? It's okay. Be honest. I am crazy. Crazy in love with life. Crazy in love with our Creator. Crazy in love with the fact that I even get to do this. Crazy in love with I am. The creation of all things. The God of all things. The creator of creators. Don't believe in it? Go look at a tree. Look at the sky. Look at the sun. Don't believe in it? Look at yourself. You think you gave yourself all that power? The power of this choice? How did you come up with it? Tell me. Oh, yeah. Exactly. We got to give all the glory, and I use the word glory in emphasis, all the glory and praise and awe to the thing that made it all. Ah, yes, God and choices. God allowed us free will. I don't think we should take it for granted. God allowed us the ability to love and be loved. And man, I've been doing some deep diving. When you really start looking at the enhanced, heightened, elevated emotions that you can carry, like courage, honor, clarity, peace, adventure, genius. When you look at those attributes of yourself that are inherently good and you focus on them, man, I was doing a meditation. So powerful, so powerful. What a powerful and intriguing facet of life that this is. All of those things. When I was doing my meditation, all that I could really feel, it was like I was bringing up courage, what it feels like to be courageous, what it feels like to have an unlimited mind, things like that. And you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And what I know now is underneath all things, everything, especially our elevated, heightened emotions, is love. And you don't want to hear that, right? You hear it all the time. Gotta love. Gotta love. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. Yeah, it's true. We gotta love, y'all. It's true. Let's go deep. Give me 1 minute, 60 seconds on this. Love, said by a wise man, is the only true emotion in the universe. God is love. And God's love surpasses everything. The love of our Creator to us is enough to make me cry right now, but I won't. But it is so intense that when you really feel it like me, you feel like jumping out of your body. Like you feel something's like trying to jump and like express itself and be here. And you know what that is? I am gonna cry. You know what that is, guys? That's God. That's the God in you. That's the power of God in you. Go do something with it. You might say, Makaija, what are you doing with yours? Do you really want the list? Last night, an angel shared with me, it was a human being in angelic form, who also recognized who I am, said to me, you don't even care about all that stuff, do you? Like the fame, the money, the impact. Like, you don't really even care about that, do you? Like, you just have how did he put it? He said something like, you just have a responsibility to carry out, right? The truth is, yeah, 100%. I don't know to how many people, to what degree, but based on what I've heard, felt, seen, and heard, felt, and seen, it's a lot. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of things. Now, you can say whatever you want about me saying this, right? You can say she's bragging, she's in her ego, she's in her bag. It doesn't matter because it's not true. But that was a confirmation for me, like a live person, a confirmation I sent to myself, right? Because you got to tell the things you want. Life is so oblique. I don't even know if that's the right word. It's probably the wrong word because your obliques is a part of your body. But life is so obscure. I was going to say obscure and bleak. I mixed those together. Life is so obscure that it can be so like confusing, overwhelming. You're like, am I making the right choices? Am I doing the right things? Am I acting the right ways? And you can get confused in life. And I've been there so many times, like more than I can count. It's like insane amount of times. But it can be such that way that you don't know. Like inside, you forget, right? What you're going for, what you're here to do. And I started to look at him and I said, man, you're absolutely right. I ran from this responsibility for years, right? The responsibility of being beautiful, the responsibility of being a strong yet delicate woman, the responsibility of caring for other people on a level that they don't even think it's real. Like they think like this isn't real, they feel like they're in a dream. The responsibility of raising animals and plants and children, the responsibility of being a good human, right? And I'm giving you this list because it's not all about, it's really like success and fame. It has nothing to do with that shit. It's like, who are you really? And what are you showing to the world? That's all that matters. Now, not everyone wants to be rich and successful, or at least you've convinced yourself by now that, hey, I haven't done it yet, so it's not for me. Which, if that's where you are, if you don't know which one it is, take a look in the mirror and figure it out. It's important. It's important. There have been times where it gets so fucking insane. I can't believe I'm crying all this time. It feels really good, to be honest. And I'm so happy like that I even get to talk to you guys about this, that I've had these experiences. But there have been times where I'm like, dude, you want that fucking lifestyle? Like, are you sure you want that shit? Nah, like you don't need it. You haven't gotten it by now. It ain't gonna happen. Just settle. Just settle for what you think is possible. Because you used to think that was possible. It's taking too long. Hasn't happened yet. You're still working your ass off. You're still making moves. You're still putting things in places. You're still prepping. And this is me talking to myself, but, is that really for you? Like, my mind will doubt me. But this is why this fucking podcast is called Mind is Matter. Read the Hermetica or listen to it on an audiobook. You don't have to believe it or whatever, but read it and listen to it and tell me that you don't agree with the universe is mental. Everything is mental before it becomes physical, and the mental world is more real than the physical world. The mental spiritual plane is more real than this physical plane. There's more absence of something than there is actual matter. Have you noticed that? Like when you look around, isn't there more space between you and your couch, or you and your dog, or you and your kitchen than there is actual kitchen, than there is actual you? Like you realize that, don't you? Like all this space between me and you in this camera lens, there's like 5 foot of just empty space. That shit is real. Like you're breathing it, you're moving in it. So there's more reality in the absence of matter than there is in matter itself. Matter can't create matter. But thought, mentalism creates matter. So, I forget why I was on that point. How did I get off on that? I think I was talking about your mind, right? Oh yeah, convincing yourself. Your doubts will play in your mind. And it really is a matter of how well you can train yourself, not your thoughts. You're not training thoughts. We're not using affirmations. Although they're great, say them until you don't need to say them anymore. But we're not utilizing like affirmations for this. No. What we're saying here is use your mind as a tool and look at it as a tool so that you don't conform to the thoughts. What is conformity? Going with the flow. Aye, Captain. Your mind says you don't really want to like have all those nice things. Like you don't really want all that stuff. You don't. You don't want a palace on the water. You don't want goats and donkeys running around your property. Nah, you don't want that shit. You're lame. Look at what you have right now. Like you barely have this shit. What are you talking about? Getting there? Yeah, never. How about that? Like the mind is going to talk so much crap and it's okay. Can you train yourself? Can you train yourself to be a non-conformist to your own freaking thoughts? If someone comes up to you and you're a skinny person and someone says, hey, fat ass, put that burger down before you gain some more weight. You're going to have your burger in your hand and be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Non-conformity. It's easier when it's outside because we can see it. But when it's in our minds, we can't see the thought. But we can see the visual that the thought creates in our imagination. We can see the sad faces. We can feel the energy of that imaginary vision coming into our body because our brains, guys, your brain is so freaking super conscious and powerful that it can't discriminate between the imaginary world and the real world. Let me back up. The imaginary world and the physical world. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So as you envision something and emotionally embrace that vision, even if it's negative, your body and your brain are going to believe it's actually experiencing that thing. This is why people go back in the past and they bring their past forward by just envisioning what happened, feeling what happened, and here they are. They're in their past all of a sudden. Now when they go out into the world and they see something, they're going to be thinking from that past person. But as a conscious individual who has the ability to harness your own power. Now notice, I'm not putting you in any position. I'm telling you, because it's true, you're a conscious individual who has the ability to choose where your power goes. As that conscious individual, am I going to look around my life and blame my life on other things instead of being the conscious individual who says, oh shit, I'm the reason my life is like this. What can I do? What can I change inside of me to feel better, look better, smell better, act better, sound better, hear better, listen better, be better, smell better, feel better? Did I say those? Oh well, say them again. What can I do? How can I change? And look, I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know y'all are all about change. You wouldn't be on this damn podcast. But I'm going in hard on this one because choices. Challenge yourself to make different choices. Even if you don't know where it's going to lead you. That is what true vulnerability is. Changing what you're doing or how you see something in order to be thrust into the unknown of life, the mystical of life, the magical of life, and keeping yourself on your own toes. Like, I really do. I love what my buddy Andy Elliott says. And if you know anything about the guy, he's a sales trainer. His reputation's about to get a little iffy. due to some things that he did. But nonetheless, right, I can take something from Bill Evil Gates, or I can take something from Hillary Evil Clinton that they said and apply it to my life in a positive way. Take it for what it is. But damn, now I forgot what I was going to say. That's okay. I'll get back to it. Are you ready to be great? Pull all the stops off. Live the life you've always wanted. I don't know what that is. Do you? Do you even know what that life looks like? Do you even know what that life looks like? Sounds like we should start there, huh? If you do know, step 2. Step 2, so you know it, right? We have our vision, our life, what we want, the life we want to live. Step 2, okay? Have you actually lived it out in here, in your heart, and in your mind? Have you lived out the best day of your life? Have you lived out the life that you want to live inside of you? Have you sat down quietly, or with some nice soft music on, or with the sound of the ocean waves, something? Have you sat down with that vision of your life that you want to be living and looked at everything and said, inside of you, right? You're inside and you're like, okay, let's wake up in the morning, best day of my life. And have you ever lived that day? Have you ever lived that life? Okay, that's step 2. Step 3, you will be challenged, right? Because now you're imprinting a new blueprint on your old programming. So it's like you have a platform. Let's say this is your brain and how it thinks right now. Well, the new life comes in like this, and it's like, we're not meshing together. But eventually, it's not the new life vision that changes. It's the old pattern that starts to eventually merge, right? Merge with that life, and you live it. But when you first lay it on top, your old pattern is going to scream and kick and yell at you. What are you thinking? Why are you doing this? It makes no sense. You know what you're going to do? You're going to allow that shit to happen. And you're going to be okay with it. That's all it is when we're integrating our old self to our new, is being okay with that kicking and screaming child. Just dragging them along. Come on, buddy. Yep, it's okay. It's all right. Come on, buddy. At some point, I'm just going to keep telling you I love you. I'm going to keep pouring in gratitude. I'm going to tell you thank you for protecting me all those years. I'm going to tell you that you've done the best job that any consciousness could have ever done to help me to get to a place where we are safe, taken care of, loving, and kind and peaceful. Thank you for bringing me here. And now that we're here, old life talking to the new, or new life talking to the old. Now that we're here, old life, aren't you feeling better? Don't you see why this is actually going to happen? And it's merged. And now your old life is not yapping in your ear saying, go back to me, come back to me. Why are you leaving me behind? Why are you hurting yourself? You're making it worse for us. It's getting harder for us. That has to go, and it has to be integrated with your current self. This was a hard lesson for me to learn. So I don't expect that just from me talking about this entire topic, right? Just this once is going to, right, change your whole perspective forever. It might change it for a few minutes. I would hope it would change it forever. But the truth is, you have to change you forever. I can't do that. As much as I wish someone could change me forever. And that's what I think a lot of people are waiting on. They're waiting on like that one video, or that one person, or that one experience, that one thing to change their whole life, without realizing that they have the power and that they are the power to do that right away, right now. Today is the day my life changed forever. Like, you have to be able to say that for yourself. Today is the day my life changed forever. Now, it's not changes. Changed. It's already happened. This is the day my life changed forever. This is the day when I realized I had nothing but goodness to bring to the world. This is the day when I realized I am the greatest me that there will ever be. This is the day that I realized that I have my own responsibility to myself and God to live the best possible life that I can absolutely live. Today's the day that my life has changed. Must be able to say that, speak those types of words. Do you feel that power coming? Like, you can feel it's not me, right? You can feel it's not this avatar, this body. It's not. It is the God that's in me, that's in you, that's in everything. It is the power. It is the God power within me. And the minute I accepted my power, the Lord started giving me more of it. The minute I accepted my power, God started giving me even more. So, this has been fun. I am so glad that you joined me on this episode. Let's make today the greatest day of our absolute lives. And as you step into your new life, what choices are you making today? What actions are you taking today? What words are you speaking today? What words are you hearing today? And what thoughts are you commending to today? Thank you for joining. I love you so much. I love you so much. If you cried with me, thumbs up to you, baby. Cheers. And always remember, mind does matter. Be the best, fuck the rest. And this is looking to see if the sun's out there. I mean, where the sun was. This is direct sunlight. Be the sun. Be the sun. Be the sun, not its rays. Don't be your choices. Don't be your actions. Be the one governing those things. Don't be your thoughts. Don't be your emotions. Be the one governing those things. That's what be the sun, not its rays means. Be the sun. Be the thing that shines, not what it's shining on. I love you guys. See you soon.